H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it's Monday morning. A great time. Absolute great weekend. Can't wait to share some of the things that I did this weekend with y'all. And I want to hear what y'all did this weekend also. But you know, as customary, I got to shout out. I got to shout out to my starting five. Those are the first five. Hold on one second. The first five people that signed onto the feed of the first five. They sign up to the feed first. The Chop Shop feed first, and I like to recognize them every single day, every time I get a chance. And those people are Kimberly Jackson, Kevin Lewis, Rod Wells, Thaddeus Moody, Chris Charles, and the sixth man of the day is Jason Peters. Do me a favor right now. Let's share the show right now. I've already done it. Let's share the show. Shout out to everyone. Spare us from Walkerism. Now I don't think Chris Walker, he hadn't called. If y'all watched him on social media, he'll know he back in the saddle again. So he back in the saddle doing CBS the network sports right now. So we'll leave him at where he is right now. If he chime in, cool. If he don't, we don't worry about it. But a lot of stuff happened this weekend. Shout out to Thaddeus Moody. Man, let me tell y'all something, man. This guy, he's on this show. He supports this show. And I walk in the building, him and Daryl Barnes, man, and Sonia Billingsley, those three people, they just warm my heart. Kevin Freitman, I already know him, but this guy lives in Chicago. And he came down to support Texas and a Houston, Texas event. Man, I just words can't describe how he's been here before, but this is the first time that I had a chance to get a chance to converse with him and Daryl Barnes. They sit right there next to each other, and I'm just loving how the Chop Shop, these guys, they sit together and talk how we're gonna do stuff together. Daryl Barnes, I got to get with him to talk to him about getting his daughter in Cornell. It's just, this with this show, I didn't know in the beginning because Chris Walker, he started this show, he founded this show, but I know when I came aboard, I knew I had a bigger purpose than to just be on the, I just knew it was something. I didn't know what it was. If you go back, I really didn't know my role in the beginning of the show. I used to try to get in between them. And, I'm understanding my purpose and I'm understanding my role just a lot better every single day. Shout out to every young kid who participated in the season opener this weekend. Shout out to the parents who brought them out there. Shout out to all the people who were working the events. Um, I mean, I see the Melvin Mark's son, and I see it's a certain group of people. Michael Lindsay, his wife showed up. Even the sheriff deputy Marjorie, Miss Marjorie, Sandra. I mean, I just the shout out to the staff. Jimmy's sister who was upstairs. I didn't get a chance to go up there holler at her. And I mean, just shout out to people who put on those kind of events for us. And we got to appreciate them, man, because you know, beautiful facility, you know, air conditioning. You can move around. You know, it wasn't a super spreader. You know what I'm saying? But I had my mask on. You know, I had my mask on. But it's thank you, RCS Sports, Jeffrey Day. Let me. Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. I got to talk about these people, man, because these people are unbelievable. Unbelievable. They put this stage, a stage that your kids were able. I met a guy from I don't know his name. I got his card from Atlanta, talking about, and me and him was conversing, and just the words that he and I had. He tweeted some out, and he used the information that I gave him. So now I guess I guess I'm a part of this community, because all I was doing is giving him my observation, and then he tweeted out my observation. I said, "Wow!" So yes, Duncanville showed out and proved they were one of the most formidable set. Let me tell you something. That guy, what his name? One of those writers, John Rothstein, one of them guys who tweet about college basketball. They always talk about Villanova. They run Villanova like a Fortune 500 company. Let me tell you something. That David Peavy runs Duncanville like a Fortune 100 company, because they just steamrolled and rolls along, and it's amazing, man. The talent, supposedly his best player, came Anthony Black. You know, he's got an appeal to the UIL for him to play. He came down to support his team. I mean, it's y'all, just to see that young man over there, man. Shame on you, UIL. Shame on the damn coach who signed off on it, and shame on whoever had anything to do with the joy. Listen to me. The joy of a young man playing a sport that he loved, just because, Ron Hollins is a monster. That Ashton Hardaway is a monster. Let me tell you something. I've never seen no young kid that with that size, feet move that well on the defensive end. I've heard about him. They talked about him. He came from California and came here, and he amazed me. I did not know that kid was that good. You know how you hear people talk? Robert Hatter just like to see you play himself. I'm sorry. The pundits and the rankers and all them, y'all looking for something, and I look for something. And I saw him and Ron Holland. I did not know Ron Holland was that good. But him and Ashton Hardaway is the reason that they can miss Anthony Black. Because these guys, and one thing I like about Ashton, he know how to play. I don't know what y'all watching. I watch the little thing. I watch the other side of the floor. When you don't have the ball, when the ball is, wait a minute, when the guy is the other side of the floor, when the ball is not on your side, you don't have the ball, and you playing defense and the ball is on the other side of the floor. I watched that. And this young man, Hardaway, was in the exact right position, at least most of the time. I know he wasn't perfect, but 90-some% of the time. And those are the little things that I look for when I go watch a basketball game. I'm not, I had some hoorah moments. I fell in love. I've never heard about him. Let me tell y'all something. I have fell in love with Justin Beggs. I've never seen, because I don't watch little boy basketball that much. But little Money Mike, that's why Money Mike is so special to me, because I got a chance to watch him young. But I didn't know Justin Beggs was that good. I did not know. I promise you, I did not know. And unbelievable young man at the Episcopal School. I can't wait. I promise y'all, I am going to download Episcopal schedule. They wasn't on my schedule at first, but they on my schedule now. Justin Beggs. I'm just telling you. What's my guy? Washington, Booker T. Washington, McDermott. See, I'm a guard, y'all, so I'm gonna be privy to the little men. McDermott, young fella. Unbelievable. Booker T. Washington. I'm loving this team. I'm loving it. Somebody was telling me, hey, Robert, you got to talk about them like you talk about Yates. No. Yates is a national champion. Yates been doing this year after 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 year. This is the first year that Robert Hatter is coming on this show talking about McDermott and Booker T. Washington. So we got to give it some time. And then they got a little youngster, a little freshman on Booker T. Washington, friend of mine's nephew. I can't wait to watch them again. Hey, Booker T. Washington, I'm getting your schedule too. I'm coming to watch you too. You are a team that I got to come watch. But I didn't get a chance to see a lot of teams. Y'all got to realize I can't be at a gym all day. That ain't my damn job. But who I saw and who I got a chance to see, I can. Yeah, that's Sonya Billingsley's nephew. That's right. What's his name, Sonya? I didn't write a lot of names down this week. Kristen Beggs, y'all got to understand. That's my guard. That's my new guard. That's my new guard in the city right now. I didn't know he had that kind of moxie. I just thought he was just Kristen Beggs' son. No, he can play. Yeah, that's Jermaine. Yeah, Jermaine Johnson. Oh, Jermaine Johnson's son. Curly Johnson's nephew. Yes, Curly's nephew. His name's Samuel Johnson. Yes, that's my man. Samuel is my man. That's another one. Samuel, McDermott, y'all ball, y'all get the call. I didn't get a chance to go to the hospitality room. I had dinner that I had to go and eat. So I didn't eat. I didn't go. So I didn't even go inside the hospital. So I don't know what the hell happened in the hospitality room. Y'all share with the people the hospitality room, because I did not go. I did not even go in the building, so I don't know. Let's see what else happened. Then I saw big upset. I see my boys, my state champions. They still my state champions, but they got beat the other night. I didn't see the game. They got beat by Side Ranch. Maneki and who else? Raspberry and crew. Even hold up, without my man Bernard. I just wanted to know, you know what happened? Somebody explain to me. Forever Films, let me know what happened. Yes, sir. Justin Beggs belongs to the city of Houston. You absolutely right. Hey, he came right over to me and I told him, I said, young fella, I ain't never seen you play. I can't wait to see you play again. I did not know this. I'm going to talk about it. Hey, let me tell you something. And I'm going to go again, because these are the teams that I saw. Mamas and daddies, don't get mad. I didn't see Jimmy can come on here and talk about all the Doug and them can come on and talk about. But I'm talking about the Justin Beggs, the Aston Hardaway, the Ronald Hollins, the McDermott, the Samuel Johnson. These the people that I saw. And they impressed me so much that I had to start this show talking about these guys. These guys, Ron Holland, I saw him last year. But when I see a young guy pick up the ball, Herb, I know you do these in the drill. But when I see a young boy pick up the ball in the paint, off the ground, don't take no dribble, and just jump up and just dunk the thing in it, that don't happen in high school basketball all the time, y'all. I repeat, That don't happen all the time. That's the first time I've seen it. First time I've seen it. So I don't know what happened in the other games. I didn't have a chance. Y'all share stuff that happened in the other games. I didn't get a chance. I did not get a chance to see the other games. Beaumont United. I just know Beaumont United. They don't usually score that small amount of points. Something had to be going on. They had a horrible game. Thank you, Franklin Paul. I mean, sometimes hey, and still had a chance to win the game. But shout out to Cy Ranch, man. Cy Ranch, those guys. Let me tell y'all something. Cy Ranch ain't scared. Cy Ranch seemed like they can't. I didn't see the game because I wouldn't dare go on Baller TV and do that. It mess up too much. And I had an account, and it messed up too much. So I don't know if Holland is like a whoever Diallo. I don't like to compare people that much. That's y'all. I don't like to compare people that much. I just saw somebody said the whole U of H staff. Yeah, shout out to Coach Sampson and the whole staff was there. I saw them as I was going in and out. I saw them. Great time seeing them. Let me see. BU and Cy Ranch had a bad shooting game. So both of them had a bad shooting game. Okay. Was it the defense or they just had bad shooting game? I mean, y'all ain't telling me nothing, man. God dang. Atascocita got a young kid from Hawaii that can shoot the cover off the ball, number 24. Herb said he was so proud of David Martinez. He led his team for the point guard position after being injured for the past 2 years. The kid from Hawaii is bad. Okay. I hate the way. Oh, okay. I don't get into that ducking season stuff. I just don't think PJ Haggerty. I mean, that's y'all's opinion. I just don't think he would duck from anybody. And I don't care what nobody said. I just don't think he would duck and not play with his team because of another team. No. I just don't think that. And I'm not, and y'all can say it if y'all want to. Y'all are welcome for y'all comments. But guess what? Respect mine also. I don't think that kid faked an injury to not play against in that game. I saw all of that clowning on social media last night, man. Y'all need to cut that mess out too. I mean, it might be cute to other people. It ain't cute to me. I'm just letting you know. But guess what? Y'all grown. Do whatever you want to. But these kids watching y'all grown ass talk all this crazy stuff and reckless stuff about each kids and stuff on social media. So you can't say nothing negative when the kids get to talking reckless on social media because y'all doing the same thing. Jim Norris says Cy Ranch starting 5 kids, been playing since elementary school. Great. And let me tell you something. In high school basketball, if you have chemistry and great team, I heard one damn team. Let me tell you something. And I'm not calling on that. I heard one team. Somebody gonna call me. This might be a lie, but somebody called me this morning and told me one team they were fighting each other before the game. One team was fighting each other before the game. Okay, let me keep going. What's up, Daryl Anderson? Arsenal was not assertive. Okay, Arsenal. That's all right. That don't define Terrence Arsenal. But son, wherever you at, and I know your parents, somebody might be watching the game. Play it. Play it. See, I wasn't gonna say nothing about it, but these people putting it on my feed. Don't give them this kind of ammunition anymore. Use this as motivation because think about it. Thaddeus Moody came all the way from Chicago. He might not never ever see you play again in person. And that's the impression that he left with. That's why every time you are blessed for your parents and your school to put you on a bus, a plane, or whatever to go somewhere to play basketball on a stage like this, Jimmy says no such thing as a bad game in a big game. Young fella, nobody should ever say you're not assertive at all. Might be his opinion. You might have been playing your, but that's the way he felt. Nobody should ever say that about you. They might say you miss shots. They might say you, but not assertive. Never. I'll never want that to come. You're one of my favorite players. I didn't get a chance to see you play, but hold up. I got somebody else I'm in love with. Oh, I got two more I got to tell y'all about. We played bad. Okay, that's good. Both of them. Akisa, he's from Hawaii, Humble High School. What his name? Dubin Moneki was excellent. I want to see him play again. Y'all got to understand. Y'all know how I feel like about Jacob Cole. Guess what? It done went up again. Fell in love. That Chris Johnson. They go at it. They was talking stuff. I mean, Chris Johnson. See, I wasn't watching him. But I didn't see him playing this summer. See, y'all seen him. Chris Johnson with D up too. He'll defend you also at that length, and he can shoot the ball. Chris Johnson Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson, all right with me. Yeah. Like his dad, but not bad. Okay, let me see what else. Let's see who else out here. What would Rick Brown said at the CIA? I saw Toby Bailey dump backwards, standing flat foot on the rim. I knew. Okay, I like that, Rick. I like that. I'm looking at some of y'all. I'm looking at some of y'all comments right now. VIP seats with courtside. I didn't see you, Rod Well. What the hell, you, Rod Well? I mean, I know I wasn't staying all day. I didn't see you, Rod Well. I should have let somebody put somebody in your seat. Keisha Stewart started at Humble, moved to Hawaii, moved back here, rolling. Okay, all right, okay, all right. See, I don't know about see that. Hey, Akisa and Kevin Frankman, don't put us in the middle of y'all humble wars out there. We don't want to hear about y'all. Y'all talk about that on Humble Town. They said he hyperextended his knee, and that I don't care what it was. Heard that kid is not gonna not play because he wasn't ducking nobody. I don't care if they said his ass was hyperextended. That kid wasn't running from nobody, and I hope you grown ass folks don't be saying that. Get out of here with that. That's not a good way to begin your season fighting. Yes, Michael Jordan. Somebody told me that. I don't know if it was true or not. But how the hell are you fighting your teammates? Okay, let's go. Beaumont United have a huge target on their back. They're going to get everybody's best. Yes, absolutely. Arsenal has the ability to impose its will on any game. Yes, I agree. They're born. The same kid that was fighting teammates had a fight at school today. What? The same kid that was fighting his teammate had a fight at school today as well. We need to put them boxing gloves on his ass then. And I got just the boxer for him to spar with. Arsenal can play defense, and I was impressed with his guard skills. Wesley Yates is a straight killer. Thank you, Thad Moody. Hold on. I'm just trying to see where we're going right here. I want to be able. Got to leave it all on the floor. Absolutely, Marcus Carroll. Y'all know Marcus Carroll gonna talk about y'all. What's up, Reginald Simpson? I'm getting to y'all. What's up, Josh Jamawan? Man, Josh, you got me. Josh, you got me with that one. He's from Hawaii, played at Humble last year, and now, okay, all right. Kevin Frankman got you. I remember him playing. Okay. All right, I'm just going. Oh, Dubam. Thank you. Archie, shout out to Archie too. Archie, I saw you working Jeffrey there. I saw you, man. My bad. Shout out to Archie and Forever Young Film. Archie, where did you get that name, Forever Young? I like that, Forever Young. Chris Johnson reminds me of me. Yeah. Hey, me too. Hey, damn, Chris Johnson reminds me of me too. But he got put in the rim. Like, wait, Chris. Boy, that Jacob Cole, you know what? You got put in the rim and went on back and kept playing. I love Chris Johnson, man. I love Chris Ron. We have to go and rumble with a Tuscaloosa tonight. Who? Who got to play against Tuscaloosa tonight? Y'all let me know. Franklin, who is that? Rory? Oh, yeah. Man, you know what? You think I ain't going to talk about Rory? Oh, my goodness. Rory and Ken Skills? Texas beat Stanford? Yeah, we're going to talk about. I was trying to wait on Jimmy, but I guess, his wife. Hey, Sad, we're going to wake Jimmy up. Go nudge Jimmy and tell him the show is on. What else we got? Chris Johnson is good, but he needs to allow his game to talk for him. No, leave him alone. No, he all right. You know why? Because he got out and sat down and defended. And Herb, I didn't see many kids do that. That's what made me Chris Johnson after my own heart. I saw him sit in the defensive position and defend it. For a player who's supposed to be one of the top players, they usually be too cool. No, you can say what you want about Chris. I like him. Houston High School is the best in the country. Ron Curtis. You might have to say Texas, because them dudes from Dallas came down here and beat the brakes off us, Ron, you can't forget about Dallas now. Ron, qualify that, Ron. I'm sorry. Qualify what you mean. Houston High School basketball. Because Dallas playing some pretty damn good basketball. They were beating us by 40. One of our best teams by 40, Ron. This weekend, and I'm just helping. Okay, I'm comfortable. I allow you to say whatever you want to say, Herb Baker. I said, I respect for you can say it's ducking. I know that kid. He ain't ducking from nobody. Now, and guess what? I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. I'm all right. Wait a minute. Thank you, Hatter. Please let's not go at the kid. Oh, Karima. The reason I do this and volunteer and put my time out here on this show 2 hours a day is because of them kids. It ain't for them grown folks. I love y'all to death, but it's the Ashton Hardaways of the world. It's the Ron Hollins. It's the Jacob Coles. It's the PJ Haggertys. Those the kids. That's why you're absolutely right. It's all right. Let me tell you something. In the heat of competition, Karima, I'm gonna tell you, I talk more. Come on. I just never got on social media and want to talk about somebody, Karima. My fingers, I told y'all, somebody said something, I almost said something back, and I typed it, and that inner voice inside of me said, Robert Hatter, what the hell are you doing? And I erased it about 2 or 3 years ago. I never did it again. Let me see what else happened. Gregory Wiles said, don't sleep on the new academy PSAT coach. What did they do? Greg Wiles, do me a favor since you talk about it. You tell the coaches and the people over in that, whoever run PSAT, for me to talk about their ass on this show, I don't know what the hell they doing. They got the chop shop, htx@gmail.com. Send me a synopsis, a summary of what has happened. Tell me about some of the kids. Then Greg Wiles, I'll talk about them. But I don't see no social. Ain't nobody. See, I don't follow everybody. So Greg, I don't mind. PSAT, I love it. Isn't PJ injured? Thank you, Akisa. Thank you. Best scorer this weekend was Austin Nunez. Okay, I didn't see Austin play. Play this weekend. Duncanville pinball. Yes. That was a good one. My son Eric Woods plays for Nimitz, and even though Second Baptist wasn't much of a challenge, I like how Coach Rideau has turned the image of Nimitz around. Okay. So Nimitz played like I didn't know. I didn't see that game, Ken. Ken, where did Nimitz play? Did Nimitz play in it? I I don't remember that one, Ken. Shout out to Michael Smith, concierge scheduling. He was in the building. I saw him there. I think him and his doctors were there to take care of our kids. Y'all, we had two doctors there to take care of our kids. Let me repeat that. Y'all, we had two doctors, not just the trainers. They're looking out for our babies this weekend. Chop Shop had to remind me when I first met you. I told you about the quarterback in Manville. Beaumont had no chance. My man. Thank you there, Nicholas. Let me keep going. Y'all, I'm just keep going till Jimmy get on. Let me keep, because I got so much to talk about. But y'all, this was a monumental weekend. Hello, my last name is Young. Oh, Archie Young. Okay. All right. I like that. Okay. Texas got beat by Drew Timme. I like him, y'all. Hey, I like Drew Timme, y'all. I'm sorry. I've been liking him for a long time. I like, if Drew Timme sent me a Gonzaga shirt, I ain't gonna lie, I'll wear it on the show. I can't tell you no lie. I like Drew Timme. Down the hall, ain't nobody talking about no team that beat the second worst defensive team in the whole damn NFL. Donald Hall. Y'all, let me see. Now I understand. This is why I hate. This is why. We talking about everything in the world, right? About these kids. Look what Donald Hall put on the damn screen. Look what he put on here, y'all. They played the team with the second worst defense in the whole entire NFL. And he called time out. Okay, I just want to let y'all know this kind of stuff I got to deal with. Hold up. King Sticks, he said, Hatter, you think about the girl playing for Pearland JV, 9th in the nation, because of transfer rules. Riley Gray saw her play Tamika Catchings on JV. I don't understand what you're talking about, man. You got to clarify that one to me. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't understand what you're talking about. But I talked about it. I'll let y'all decipher this. Maybe y'all know what the hell he talking about. Y'all, hold on. Let me see who's that. Gonzaga killed Texas. Wait a minute. Ended up by 51. Who got beat by 51? Rick Brown? Hold up. Y'all got to help me now. Drew Timme. Yeah. Rick Duncanville shot 1 for 7 from the free throw line. Still, I was 50. Oh, I thought it was 40. Duncanville didn't win by no 50. Did they? Somebody put the score up there, man, because I don't look at the score that much. No. Millsboro. Ultra Brown, who was Millsboro? Where did they play at? Millsboro. I didn't see that. Ultra Brown, I'm sorry. I didn't get it. Second Baptist best player and one of the best point guards in the state is out for the season. But you played regardless. Good win for all Nimitz. Okay, I got you. Okay, all right. Okay. Kevin Friedman. Let me see. Chris Johnson did nothing after his comment. Where's Jimmy at? He definitely has the body. Oh, he said where Jimmy at? No, he did not. I didn't hear that. I'm sorry. I didn't hear that is Moody. Oh, okay. Yeah, Ken Dean. I wasn't up that damn early in the morning. Yeah. Hey, Sonya Billings said she met Icy Mike. I have to say, Uncle Hal, OU lost to Baylor. Oh, yeah. Kim, I felt bad for you when I see that. Every time I see OU, I think about you, Kim. Every time. I used to think about, what's my young fella, Troy's son. a lot. Benjamin. Now I just think about I think about you, Kim. Legacy School versus Link Academy was a very good. Nobody sent me the information. Lost well. Legacy lost by one. Nobody sent me the information. So I can't talk about legacy if don't nobody sent me the email to, to chopshophtx@gmail.com. I'm not Jimmy. Send it to chopshop. If you don't want Jimmy to have it, send it to me. chopshophtx@gmail.com. All right? Yeah, we got that out the way because y'all know some friends who, your friends of friends. I know all y'all know each other. I believe you me. I be watching y'all now out here in these streets. I be watching y'all. Marcus Carroll said, well, let's see. As long as we don't have a thank you, you boy, absolutely heard. I'm done with the Cowboys background. I'm not putting no Cowboys background. I'm done with Cowboys. They got beat by Teddy Bridgewater last week. I'm done. Since Chris is on here to do it, how about Jonathan Griffin? I know you just heard me. D Hall, I know you heard me. Let's see. I'm trying to see. We'll send you a shirt anyway, Hatter. All right. Okay. Chuck McGowan. Man, I love Chuck McGowan. Shadow Creek. I got a chance to see Shadow Creek. Oh my God. Shadow Creek, we got to get better. I don't know what the hell that is. Shout out to Scarface on his historic career. And heard him say he bid farewell to the rap game on Friday night at a capacity crowd at House of Blues. Shout out to Brad Jordan. See you on the golf on the Celebrity Pro Golf Tour, Jordan. Let's see what else. Let's see. I'm trying to access Eric Raspberry. I can give you a shout out to Cy Ranch. I just didn't see the game, so I don't know what the hell happened. But y'all did beat the reigning champions, state champions. So guess what? That should, yes. Hey, that's a hell of a win. I don't know what happened. They said Meneke did well. Let's see what else we got. So they almost got beat by the speed limit. I did not know that. Let's see. Greetings from Vegas. What's up, Alpha Yo? What's happening out there in Vegas? Alpha Yo, let me tell you something. I blame you. The reason I don't talk about the legacy sports, Alpha Yo, do me a favor and send me some updates when they do something. So this is my time to talk about them. Everybody got it. So if the legacy of School of Sports Science don't get talked about, it's on Alpha Yo Beezy. Okay? Because Robert Hatter ain't finna go and try to figure it out himself. I got too much other stuff to do. All right. What's up, Will? Will Johnson said, crazy thing is, I believe Duncanville had 7 points at the end of the first quarter. You're right. It was competitive for the first few minutes. Landon Odwan, I didn't see you this weekend. Silsby won. Where did Silsby play at? Did they play? I didn't see them. I didn't see them either. Let's go. What was the comment on Chris Johnson? He said where Jimmy was at. Let me go back. That's what they said. Hold on. Let me go back and get it. You get on here late. Your ass got to get on here on time. Okay, here you go. I'm going to put it on the screen for you, Clyde Jackson. Because Thaddeus Moody said it with his chest stuck out. He said Chris Johnson did nothing after his comment. Where's Jimmy at? He definitely has the body, the skill set, the athleticism, and competitive nature. But needs to, hold on, let me put it back up there. Hold on. But needs to channel his talk to his game. Interesting. Hey, that's how I like to see grown folks talk about kids' games. That's constructive criticism. Good job, Thaddeus Moody. I hope you saw that. Hold on, where you at? I hope you saw that, Coach, since you asked for it. Who that asked for it? Clyde. I saw that was coming. I'm gonna leave it up there so you can see it. You can screenshot it if you want to. He said it. Okay, he said it with Kevin Sampson was talking to Jimmy. Okay, all right. So Duncanville shot a. Oh, that's 51 points. I did not know. I didn't see the final score. I'm sorry, Rodwell. That is 51 points. Yes. Damn. Thank you, Thaddeus Moody. I like that, man. That's constructive. Yes. If you're going to talk that stuff, you better be about it then. Okay, I like that. The girl transferred from the village school. Okay, he's trying to figure it out where they won the states. Okay, now she at Pearland playing JV on her father's team. Okay, all right. Let's find out who this little girl is. We're gonna go see Pearland JV team. Everybody, let's go see Pearland JV team so we can see this girl that King Six talking about. All right. She could play on varsity, but they won't let her play, I guess. That's what he's saying. Let me see. Turkey legs at the Camel Center. Okay, they had camel. Okay, I didn't know. I didn't eat at the Camel Center. Two Seas Park, where you had the best pickup game. Okay. The Houston Open was great, Gary Sinclair. Shout out to he know who. They gave me some passes. I had so many passes, but it was at the last minute, and I wasn't there. I called a few people and tried to invite them with me. Matter of fact, TSU golf team was there too. They were, I think they were being recognized by the owner of the Astros, Jim Crane, because he is the owner in the not the owner, yeah, he's the guy that put on the Houston Open, and he took it over. I like how he finagled and took over that thing. Oh my God, y'all need to go read that story. How he took over the Houston Shell Open. It was power move. Let's see. I'm just going through you. I said it on Twitter. Chris Johnson has a chance to be a McDonald. Yeah. Yes, he do. He does. Yeah, he has a chance. And that's all that Thaddeus Moody was telling him. Dude, you don't have to do all this. Just keep on doing what you're doing. That's all he was telling him. Because guess what? Maybe some of you grown-ass folks, want to be on this good side and probably haven't told Chris that. Maybe. He won't be on your team or won't be your friend or he'll unfollow you. And Thaddeus Moody, thank you, Thaddeus Moody. I'm glad you put it up there. I appreciate that. Let's go. Yeah. Dobie beats. Dobie beats Sylvie. Okay. All right. Dobie beats Sylvie. Okay, I got you. Shadow Creek never had a continuity. Okay. Remember, I'm not from Houston. Hey, you all right. That is Moody. I like that, man. You came in, you saw this kid, and you saw that is Moody. Your comment was absolutely great. Absolutely great. I got you back on that. Her name is Ryle Graves. She transferred from Village back to Pearland. Okay. Ryle Graves. Y'all, let's go. They talking about Ryle, I'm going to come see you play, baby, because I didn't had 10 comments on you. I got to come see you play now, Riles. Riles, great. Somebody, make sure you email me. Make sure you text that to me, Trace, so I won't forget. He said, don't feel bad, Hatter. Archie said, a lot of people don't see the final score. Most people left in the third quarter. I did look up at the final score. I got a habit of not doing that, man. Landon Owen said, I saw Chris got dunked on in the video. We're not going to bash on Chris now either. Yeah, but he did get put in the rim. But get what? He kept balling. Boy, Jimmy, 46 minutes, okay. I remember when he used to, I guess, you know what? Jimmy probably just saying, Hatter, I know, because I want to give you so you can talk all you can. Go and get your talk out. I guess that's what he wanted to do. All right, Jimmy. Wait a minute. I'm bringing you in. You can get your talk out now. Because guess what? I've been having fun with the Boom Boom Room. I love
Oh yeah.
I love the Boom
What
Boom
y'all
Room.
talking about?
They just been talking about that. They've been talking about everything. Ho. Jimmy, did you hear? Hold on. I got you here. Did you? Let me put your name on there so they can know who your ass is, man. Shit, you come up, hey, Jimmy, you change settings every damn time. Man, quit changing the settings and switching computers all the time. You be messing up with stuff. Yeah. Hold up. Y'all be having it all set for something else. Like what Della Reese said. I had my mouth set on some orange juice, and you just left that corner. You left that swallow.
Swallow. He said swallow.
You just left a swallow in there. But Jimmy, Chris, did you hear Chris Johnson tell you where Jimmy at?
I heard him the second time.
What was he? What? and Dennis Moody said, Chris is good and all that. Hold up, this is what Dennis Moody said, right? Dennis Moody said, Chris Johnson did nothing after his comment. Where's Jimmy at? In other words, he didn't do nothing after that. So he got Jimmy attention and then didn't do nothing. He definitely has the body, the skill set, the athleticism, competitive nature, but need to challenge his talk game. In other words, you can talk your talk, but you got to walk the walk. That's all he said. And Clyde talking about who that said the comment about Chris Johnson. That is Moody did, and I second it because I didn't hear it. I didn't hear him say that. I heard him talking stuff now, but all I heard him, he hit a three and said, "Oh!" I mean, I love this enthusiasm. I didn't hear him say where Jimmy at. I didn't hear him that part. So, but you heard it. Well, but dude, I just been messing with them going back and forth. Jimmy, I dropped the ball on the golf pass. No, you didn't drop the ball. I offered. No, you didn't drop the ball. I called Kevin Freeman at the last moment to get him in. Jimmy, the golf tournament was unbelievable weather. Jimmy, your college golf team was there. TSU golf team was there. Took a picture with your homeboy Jim Crane and everything, Jimmy, in that joint.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Jim Crane. Jim took over the Shell Open, the Houston Open. That's Jim Crane's too now. Yeah, he runs that.
Is it still the Shell Houston Open?
No, it's just the Houston Open now. It ain't the Shell.
Okay, that's why I wanted to make sure. I thought
he got some more fun. He just took it over. Jim, wait till I tell you off air on how he did it. Oh, Jim, hey, he a bad man. But that's all, Jimmy. I'm just going through some of they talking about PJ Haggerty a little bit. Yeah, so, I didn't like that chirping. I'm not with that. I'm gonna let them have that.
Oh man, I missed a lot. I mean, let's start from top. Let's start from top and bottom. Then that way we can go. We work our way down to the PJ Haggerty. Maybe by that time, I mean, start from the top to the bottom, meaning that the Friday.
Yeah, go
4:00.
Go do your thing. Go do your thing.
And then we come. Then that way now it gives people time to know what order we go in. We just and you guys, I missed a lot of the reflections, but we're gonna get you guys to do now. And let's share the show.
Yeah,
share the show to your timelines right now, if you would be so kind to do so. Share the show to your groups. Share the show. Let everybody know, because guess what? We're gonna come on through this together. And here's the thing. Just ground rules. Whatever your evaluations are, just keep them above the belt on the Chop Shop today. Let's just keep it above the belt. And we welcome your evaluations. Because sometimes I'm curious to see if some people saw what the next person saw. And in that way now, and then some of you guys may have noticed something that other people may not have been privy enough to notice, because many of you guys, based on where your seats were, you could hear things that people that were seated other places could not hear. And those are things are important, So, first game, of course, Concordia Lutheran played Kingwood High School Friday at 4 p.m. And somebody asked me before the game, or early that afternoon, which game did I think was going to be the best one of the day. And I'm telling you, no joke. I got it in myself. I got receipts. I say that very first game is going to be the best one of the day. And I explained why, because you remember these Kingwood players, a lot of those guys played together with the Scholar athletes.
Oh, yeah.
So a few of them that means you think about the minutes logged per year. They've been playing with Joe Baldridge for about 2-3 summers. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying Kingwood, and we understand Concordia Lutheran has Trey Miller. They got Jacob Hudson. They got Jesse Fuller. They won the game in double overtime, 58-57. Concordia Lutheran. That was anybody's game. It lived up to my personal expectations. I really felt that was a pick'em if it ever was one. Now, Trey Miller is a young man that, and we'll come back to this later on, guys, and I'm just going to give you a peek if you hadn't seen it. I'll give you guys a peek.
Man in the car, man.
And so Trey Miller, and this is where, because I'm going to hold everybody accountable. And just as I mean, and that's the thing, Trey Miller is ranked number 12 in the magazine.
Okay.
He's ranked number 12 in the magazine. And that's
what
amongst
school? What school he's at, Jimmy?
From Concordia Lutheran.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
And more importantly, Trey Miller has been designated, if you look on page 63 for you guys that have your copy, he's an all Greater Houston preseason selection for the third team. Third team all Greater Houston selection. There you go. So Howard, look on page 63. It's like we in class today, y'all. Guys, we in class. I'm in my mama mode right now. You know what I'm saying? I know she's proud
63?
of me.
I got
63. And you look on third team all Greater Houston, you see Trey Miller.
Okay, yeah.
So that means if you've been voted to third team all Greater Houston, I don't care what grade you are, there's a degree of expectations that increases on you. Unless you was first or second team the year before, then that means you've got, but right now, so your first game, this is how this goes. Trey Miller does not have entered this season with no Division I offers. Tulane has a possible deal on the table for him to come on and join the program as a walk-on. So if you feel and you know, and people around you that know, we know, I believe Trey Miller is a Division I prospect. Let's get that out the way right now. However, in a game like this, in this type of platform, it is expected of Trey Miller to come out. I sum this up without this ain't about Trey Miller. This is how this goes. A Division I prospect is supposed to dominate a future intramural player. That just sum it up.
Dominate.
And dominate doesn't necessarily mean you got to score a whole bunch of points. No. There are other ways to dominate a game. I mean, if people that were watching was like, man, dude was in total control. That means it made you're not a Division I prospect. It's supposed to create, like they say in jury trials, without a shadow of doubt, after the game is over, your potency level compared to your competition. And in this case, if that competition is a non-Division I prospect. Those guys at Kingwood, they know what level they are. So let's get that straight. That's one thing I like about Kingwood. I'm riding with Kingwood because I like about them is that they play well. Understand, double overtime. Concordia Lutheran won the game, but Kingwood, they lost that game, but they didn't lose themselves in the process. And we'll talk about that later on, about some teams that may have lost games and may have lost their chemistry or their confidence in the process. So that was the first game. And that Jacob Hudson kid that I mentioned earlier, Jacob Hudson, 17 points, He played 40 minutes. Didn't leave the floor. Well, 32. Played 4. Overtime is 4 minutes in high school. Or I think it's 4 minutes. I didn't pay attention. They put it on the clock. But he played 40 minutes. 17 points. Led all scores. Trey Miller finished with 12 points, 4 assists. He did not play bad. He got the win. But at the same time, no rebounds. And Trey Miller is advertised as one of the best rebounding guards in the area. If Trey Miller pulled down 5 rebounds, this game don't even end like this. Right? So now, for Kingwood, Demi Ariola had 12.6 rebounds to lead 3 players in double digits. Now, the next game out was Katie Tompkins and Aldine Davis. Katie Tompkins was the favorite. This game was already on both teams' schedule. And when we added the second day, we just simply extracted that game which was a home game for Aldine Davis, and moved it to the Campbell Center so that Aldine ISD would have a member school playing on both days. Because I offered to bust that game up and let Katie Tompkins play somebody that would have been compatible, and let Aldine Davis play another team that would have been compatible. You know, like a Second Baptist, without knowing that Jordan Williams is out for probably the most, or if not all, of this season. You see, that would have been compatible for them. So this was one of those mulligans. But however, BB Knight, who signed with Louisiana Tech, 12 points, 8 rebounds, 5 turnovers. Got to work on that. Also, the sophomore Luke Cochran. Luke, 11 points. Jason Clark, who transferred over from the Village School, 10 points in that win. Camelo Yakubu, he's one of the X factors, probably is the X factor for this team. Shout out to him. 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. But he too had 5 turnovers. They got the win. And that score was 55-42. Dylan Miller scored 12 for Aldine Davis. Now, the third game of the 4-game slate on Friday involved a Houston team versus a DFW team. A Houston team who entered the game ranked number 6 in the state by TABC. And I said it, and I told somebody earlier that number 6 in the state based on, and I like that on the screen, December 21st, Kingwood at South Falls. Hey, mark that one down. I like that one. I like that game. Now, when I was saying in regarding to Summer Creek, I mentioned when TABC had them at number 6 in the state, 2 things came to my mind. I said, well, one, I wonder if TABC know Rick Shirley, Johnny Hawk Carter. Neither one of them I saw in the building on neither day, and they live in Houston for the season opener. Neither one of them I saw in the building for the Super 16 extravaganza. That pretty much gives you a preview of what some teams have, their potency levels, right? So I figured that, I said that was a setup. And I figured that they must have not known that Amari Abram and Jaquil Registi has transferred away from Summer Creek. And when you put a team up that high without knowing, understanding what's going on, the dynamics, it's a setup. Because now Summer Creek, you'll buy into that and you use that and try to, or attempt to use it to motivate your players. Or at the same time, if you put them that high, they can get comfortable thinking that they really that good. When Summer Creek had done nothing to prove that to merit them being a top 10 team in the state. I understand fall ball, the coaches don't coach. And Summer Creek is one of those schools, whereas Coach Coleman really feels and believes that he's that big of a difference. Dallas Fate family jumped out on them by double digits in the first quarter and never looked back. Final score, Summer Creek closed that thing to 19 points at the end of the game, but that game really felt like a 30 piece. It felt like it. Final score was 78-59. And let me tell you how Summer Creek give you the stats that jumped off the sheet on me. They were 3 for 29 from 3-point land. Yeah, they had 3 of 29 3-point attempts. They took 75 shots in this game, Summer Creek did, to score 59 points. Remember I say when we look at box scores, and I tell you guys, and we explain several times over that the rule of thumb when you're thinking about stats is however many field goal attempts a person has, they should have at least that many points. That's just the rule of thumb on offensive efficiency. That's so if Summer Creek took 75 shots, then how many points should they at least have?
75.
They had 59. I mean, seriously. In other words, Dallas Fate family, they took 70 shots. They had 78 points. So that's how you look at box scores, and you look. So that doesn't mean who played well, who didn't, but that lets you know they did not shoot it well, or they did, depending on what the score is for the most part. Now, on this Summer Creek team, they're led by 2 guards, and one of them has grown pretty. He's grown fond of. Gave a lot of ink on his chop shop. The young man even came in the boom boom room and chopped it up with us one day about a month ago.
And he's still my dude.
And that is Jalen Johnson. Now, Jalen Johnson, he didn't have a bad game, but Summer Creek needed for them to have a good game.
Right.
A great game in order to beat this team who's ranked number 1, who entered and ranked number 1 in the state, according to TABC. You got me?
Herb said, man, did pistol drop. Keep
going.
No,
Landon, 75 shots should be at least 75 points. That rule don't change for players. If a player took 10 shots, he should have at least 10 points. That's just a simple rule. Now, guess what? More.
Well, Landon got his own formula, Jimmy. Landon just telling you, here's his formula. Yeah, that's all. That's all. Okay. Landon, that's your formula. You keep your little formula. Come on, Jim.
So check this out. So Jalen Johnson was 0 for 7 for 3-point land.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt.
Right?
You don't have to tell me no more. That hurt.
Summer Creek is known for their defense. He had 0 steals. Because they're size challenged for the team.
Yeah, it's a little bit size.
Now, however, he had 8 points, 7 assists. Like I say, he didn't play bad. He didn't play bad. They just needed for him to play great.
Yeah.
So offensively, he didn't shoot the ball well. 4 for 12 from the field. He took 12 shots. He had 8 points. You see what I'm saying? So and his backcourt mate, who just committed 2 weeks ago to Victoria Junior College, his name is Jalen Goodman.
Okay.
Right? Well, he finished with 11 points, which was tops on the team. He was 0 for 5 from 3-point land, Hatter. That's 0 for 12, those 2 guys combined from downtown. And Goodman had 6 turnovers in the process. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That I just summed it up right there for you. Now, meanwhile, of course, Dallas Fate family, who was much bigger, they were much better.
Oh, oh my goodness.
Much bigger, much better.
Long, athletic, and recruitable.
very, Very.
Jimmy, then I looked at the bench. Jimmy, looked like they had some more sitting over there.
They should have let Summer Creek borrow a couple of them guys. And, you know, and it's not, understand. And so people say, man, what happened? Why, here's the matchups went. Remember, initially, we thought Summer Creek was initially scheduled to play Duncanville. That's when they had Amari Abram, and before we knew Jaquil was actually going to transfer. So once
wait a minute, Jaquil. See, I didn't know. I kept hearing people talk about Jaquil. Yes. Jaquil played with who? Episcopal, right?
Yes.
Okay. I kept hearing people talk about that. See, I didn't know who he was, but keep going.
Yeah,
I like
that.
Okay.
Hold on. What we do is we're gonna finish rapping on this. I need you guys. We go to a quick commercial break.
Okay.
We come right back. You guys hang right there, and because we're gonna let's get your pencils ready, and the Chop Shop will be back after this message.
Y'all give me one back.
Hello?
Here we go.
How are you going to be on the stage? How are you going to get from off the bench to on the floor? If you love basketball, you got to be passionate about what you do. You can't just play just to play.
If you really want it, you'll need to make sacrifices. You'll face doubt. You will fail. Whether or not you succeed,
Welcome back. Hold up, y'all. Let me get Jimmy out of the screen right now. He's a little. Hey, let me tell y'all something. I was sitting there watching that Duncanville. Like I was telling y'all, man. Peavy, Duncanville, man. They run like a Fortune 500, a Fortune 100 company, man. I mean, that guy just keep. Wait a minute. I did 1 championship, 2 championships. Then I think it was a pandemic championship or something like that. And then another champ. I mean, he's just David Peavy. He got the magic phone. If I was you coaches, I mean, I'll be just saying, wow. And no, yeah, we say it's about players. Yeah, you got good players. You got good players, but you got to coach them. And you got to manage them. But shout out to them guys, man, because I sit there and just and watch them in awe. Uh, let me see. Let me see. Did I? No, I didn't. I didn't have. I don't have their thing with me. They didn't give me their. I got the Washington game and the Bel Air game. I didn't have the the roster for that game with me. But let me tell y'all something. It was a unique weekend, and it just put some of the Houston teams on notice. Y'all, we got to get better. That's all it is. And guys, man, I mean, just watch them. Man, I watched them warm up. I watched them get off the bus. I watched Duncanville get off the bus coming in. They just can't. And maybe they were out of town. Maybe I'm a prisoner of the moment. Maybe they was on a road trip. And but guess what? Everybody was on a road trip at that game, except the Aldine schools. So we should have came in there and yes, excellent job of recruiting. But you can say that. But hey, the kids got to play. We got people around here recruit kids. But the kids got to play. But shout out to Duncanville, man. I really, really was impressed. Let me see who else I was impressed by. Let me get my thing. I was telling y'all about. Washington, Booker T. Washington. I mean, I was really, really, really impressed by them. Episcopal, like I was telling y'all. I just fell in love with Christian Begg's little son. I never seen a little boy play. Never, ever seen him play. And I was sitting there like, wow. The poise he got. He wasn't scared. The moment wasn't too big for him. And that's a good matchup, Jimmy. I like. I don't know what Jimmy doing over there, but I like that matchup you have. But back to anything, y'all. Before Jimmy get back, anything else y'all want to talk about? So Anthony Black is going to sit out his senior year transfer and play. We don't know. We do not know. I think they got an injunction. Somebody said they got a lawsuit against. I don't know who they got it against, the URL or whatever. It's just interesting. U of H. Did we talk about U of H? U of H running that program like a Fortune 100 company. Also, they beat the hell out of Rice. Beat Rice real good. I'm glad they had that game. I'm so proud of them to have that game. Trying to wait on Jimmy because I want to start another subject, but I don't want to start the subject in Jimmy. But a shout out. Give me a second right now. Let's talk. Shout out to the young girls, the Texas Longhorns. They went out to Palo Alto and beat didn't Stanford win the championship? And beat them 61-56. Shout out to them. Shout out to Kyrie McDaniel. Yeah, he's back playing good ball for Lamar State. Thank you. What else? DeSoto and Plano East girls came down here last weekend and whoops. Y'all, hey, right now, Dallas, them people. And them people, I just want to give it to them, man. They just playing. I don't know what it is, man. I was thinking about y'all. I was just thinking about Charles Woodson got his the Raiders celebrated him last night. All my friends was there. Everybody was there again except me because I promised to be here this weekend. But I was one of the most important lessons that I've learned working with many Hall of Fame players and observing their mindsets. This for us, this for people, this for anybody. They said, a lot of them, they said they understood it could not be done without their teammates. And they were overwhelmingly willing to do all they could to reciprocate it. That's the power of a team. I was thinking about that, man. Thinking about, just being able to be around those guys. And I'm watching, just talking to them. And they're one of the thread that brings all of them get together, and this for your kids and for y'all too, in your life and whatever. It was the ability, Herb Baker, the thread that bring, all these great Hall of Fame people that I deal with, is sacrifice. And I'm not talking about the cliche word sacrifice. I'm just talking about, have y'all ever wondered why you see some guys who could have been Hall of Famers, or almost Hall of Famers, but they just did never quite get there? And then we always wondered, what happened to them? And to be great, man. And I know those kids at Duncanville, they sacrificed something. I watched them. Coaches in Houston, are we sacrificing enough? Are our kids, every kid got a trainer, every kid got a weight guy, they got all of this. We got all of these new modern marvels that we have to put our kids. We got we got the machines, don't put that much wear and tear on your body. Them machines they talk about. I forgot whatever the name of the machine. And we're doing all this. And, I'm sitting out here watching the Houston Rockets play this weekend. All this young talent. But they just, you can tell something wrong. See some teams getting blowed out in basketball games. And I'm sitting there saying, wait a minute, you can say something's wrong. Then you find out later they fighting with each other. And the Dallas, I think the Dallas teams are well coached. I think the Houston team, I really feel the Houston teams are well coached. And the coaches hold, and he said the Dallas hold players accountable. Vertimax machine, thank you. I think, and I might be wrong. You telling me Houston don't hold their players accountable? The Houston coaches don't hold their players accountable? You tell me Walter Yates ain't been gone that long. You tell me they don't hold their players accountable? I'm just not saying it's not being done, but I was, you was impressed. Okay, I got you. That's great. That's great, Walter Yates. Houston coaches, high school coaches, are not hired based on their ability. So all of Dallas is hired based on their ability, or just some schools, or the top schools, the teams that come out here and whooping our head. Like Dallas Faith Family, that coach was hired on his ability. David Peavy was hired on his ability. Is the Kimball coach, was he hired on his ability? I got you. I like that. I respect that. And y'all, before Jimmy get off there, but before Jimmy get back, I want to get back to this one, y'all. I want to get back, but I want to shout out to the referees, man. Yes, I want to shout out to the referees today. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to those guys, Boom, and those guys, man. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to show you how great the referees was. I didn't hear too much complaining about it. Matter of fact, I didn't hear nothing. Now, we got some parents. Let me tell you something. Hey, y'all. Bless y'all little heart. We got some ghetto-ass parents out here, man. Parents. I ain't going to call the team out. I just wish I could. You know what? I'm going to call somebody who I know associated with that team. Man, parents, just cheer. Please, just cheer. Ray Moore, what's up? Parents, y'all. Yes, Mindy, yes. Mindy. They was that damn bad, Mindy. I heard some parents, just shut the hell up. It was same when the same little team was. I don't want to call the team out, but let me tell you something. Okay, KB Boone, my favorite ref. Y'all, I tell anybody that's my favorite ref. You know why? Because understand the game. He understand the players. Jimmy, I'm telling you, he did a great job. He put some elite officials. Jimmy's back. Let me tell you. Oh yeah, you back, Jimmy. I can tell you. Boone, man. I mean, I'm sitting there watching them. I sit there and talk to them. Even the demeanor of these referees, Jimmy. The demeanor. They didn't come in there with no. I mean, one referee just tried to explain to them old loud ass players I was talking about. He said and explained to them something, Jimmy. Let me tell you something. That group of guys right there, man, I wish you can bottle them up and we can just, that be the model of how people need to referee. I mean, shout out to Boone, Jim. I got to give it to him, Jim.
You know, that's a good point because often enough we don't acknowledge when officials do a great job as a whole, and you know it's just how it goes sometimes because they're expected and we say, well, they get paid this or they get paid that and they expect to do this. Well, at the same time, just like we can acknowledge these players, and we pay our money to go see these players perform and these teams perform collectively. Well, also we pay our money so that we don't and hope that the referee don't get in the way. One of the things that the referees, and I can share this with you guys on the Chop Shop, in big platforms, this particular event, our event, that was conversations that the referee organizer or an assigner definitely made it known. Certain star players on each team, you're not trying to foul them out in the first quarter, so to speak. Unless they now get find it's the case now, because you guys might go point and say, well, Chris Johnson had 2 fouls early. Unless a kid, that second foul is something goofy, or if he's doing something that he needs to go sit down, like Chris Johnson was doing he was a little animated early on. He was a little overhyped early on in the first quarter. So that second foul is almost like unless you're asking for it, that ref gonna let you bump around a little bit. And they let a lot of bumping go on in all games, which was perfect. And guess what it does when you let a little bumping go on, especially early on? It keeps the games running on time. And as an event operator, I embrace that all day long. It keeps the games running on time. Free throws here, free throws there. You ain't come to pay to see that.
Yes, I do, Jimmy. Jimmy, I come to play to see a free throw. I like free throw because a lot of people can't make them. But keep going.
So shout out to Kevin Boone.
Jimmy, what's that boy? Kevin Looney, sorry ass, missed 2 last night and calls us to lose. I said us. Calls the Warriors to lose with his sorry ass. Yeah, I love free throws. I love them. But I know. But Jimmy, back again. I just want to shout out to them guys, man. Jimmy, I promise you, man, I wouldn't be saying this. I sit there and notice what those guys were doing, and they were Jimmy. But I want to come back. Somebody made some comments, and I pinned them. Somebody said something. He said, "Hold on, Hatter," because I was talking about how good of a coach. I said Duncanville, running Duncanville like a Fortune 500 company. So we always going to Herman Scott, and I appreciate it. He said, "Hold on, Hatter. What did Peavy do at Decaney?" Shit, they won at Decaney. He moved. Yeah, he won at Decaney.
He had just got there, and his son was, and Michael Peavy was coming back.
I saw a million coaches at the game watching them damn games.
Them dudes, understand, Decaney went to Region 2.
Yes.
Which of the playoffs. Decaney was poised. They were going to make some noise and put a dent with Michael Peavy coming back. Remember, Decaney didn't have all of the parts that goes into Duncanville, which is a single high school district. When you have a single high school district and the athletic director happens to be a brother who's down with basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And he played football in college. The AD at Duncanville went to college with me at TSU. Mm. When I'm on the baseball field, he's on the football field. So I've been knowing him for over 30 years.
Well, Jimmy, but Herman said not like at Duncanville. Duncanville is a different situation, Jimmy, explaining to you. Duncanville is different. He got the advantage of having a whole district at one school.
Yes. And understand something. When Peavy went into the Duncanville, into the Decaney situation, let me remind you guys what was the state of the school. Duncanville had just made national headlines for several fights that took place on the campus. Not many people wanted to send their kids, even though it was a fairly new school premises, but is a bunch of apartment complexes that feed into that. And a lot of the talent level, that football program was just on the cusp of going to state at Decaney. So the school spirit was high, but it was some rugged, thuggish bone going around in the hallways at Decaney. Some of you guys out there are educators. You know what I'm talking about. They had to change multiple principals. High school coaches came and went because it was a hard job. Not saying that there ain't no squabbles at Duncanville, but it wasn't like it was at Decaney back when Peavy rolled up in that joint. And the principal at the time at Decaney is still the sitting principal right now. This may be I think Coach Eaton was the first. No, he was the coach there. This may be the longest stint of a principal since Decaney been open. Al Reynolds is still there. Al Reynolds played basketball at Cashmere back in the late 70s. And so you can see the connections as, Cashmere. One thing about Al, if you went to Cashmere, you're going to get a shot if you want to work over there in this program. But at the same time, he's no nonsense. He don't take no jive. Al Reynolds is the brother of the former Jeff Davis coach, Lonnie Reynolds. He's the uncle of former recent Wheatley High School coach, Lonnie Reynolds Jr., who played at Madison back in the days, in the early 90s. So that's right. Marcus Carroll said Decaney was a gangster tank. Looked nice, but a gangster. Dude, and Millionaire Mendra said they had already won a state in football at Decaney before Peavy showed up. He brought his sons there with him. Yes. That's what I'm saying. They were right there on the edge, on the cusp of going to state. I didn't realize that they had won it. I know they had went. They had the running back named Trey Williams, I think. Went to Texas A&M. But two different situations, as Haller just said about the Duncanville. So let's go and continue and dive back into this. Guys, share the show if you haven't done so already. We're recapping some of this season opener and exchanging our afterthoughts. That's what we're doing. And I was mentioning to you guys how those Friday games came to be and why I didn't move a lot of more furniture around. Here's the deal. When we scheduled that event initially, it was Summer Creek versus Duncanville. When Amari Abram and Jaquil transferred out, I immediately made the shuffle. When I made the shuffle, I say, well, Summer Creek, they have another kid who didn't suit up, who didn't play. He was injured. Chase Kane is about 6'6", and he would have definitely gave them a different dynamic. Would he have made up 50 points? Hell no. But he would have made it life easier for Sean Jones as far as whenever he creeps out away from the basket and want to shoot a three or so. Chase Kane would have been on the inside. And we'll talk about Shadow Creek in a second. But schools like Atascocita, I asked them did they want to move over to Friday. Duncanville could only play Friday because they had their own event, the Phil McNeely Classic, that took place on their campus on that Saturday. So that was a hell of a drive. They drove to Houston and spent the night, woke up the next morning, and went right back to home and had to play that evening. So that was a taste of college life for a lot of these young men, who's done it before because they played grassroots basketball. But at the same time, in a mindset, it worked out great for Duncanville because they won both games by like 50. Now, I asked Atascocita they want to play and come over and play on that Friday. Atascocita declined, and I understand good reason. So I'm just relaying it to you guys so that you can understand and have understanding for the whys. Well, Atascocita, who's a football power in Greater Houston, they opted not to move because they knew that if their football team was going to make the playoffs, they knew they were that good in football, that they was going to play on that Friday night. So some of those guys, the coach and Coach Martinez actually is an administrator on duty for all Atascocita football games. So you get it? So head coach, remember, guys, even in the Super 16, remember, we had to move some furniture around because Coach Martinez couldn't be there. He had to go to the Atascocita football game. And his assistant coach, one of his assistant coaches, is also assigned to work their game. They're part of like the scout. They, sometimes they go up in the box and help out. But they get paid for that. So Atascocita couldn't do it. I asked Beaumont United. That's what everybody wanted to see. Beaumont United turned it down at first because Coach Green, he said, well, we got our third wheel was Traylon Porsche is playing football. So I was like, okay. He said, well, and my thing was, well, Coach, they let it a year ago, last season, they let football players play basketball, and they might do it again. He said, well, can you check it? You could check and see. I'm not going to get in the middle of the football stuff because that means that a football coach thinking that I'm trying to make his kids get, influence his players. So he said, you can check. So guess what I did? I checked. I called the athletic director of Beaumont ISD. All right? Mr. Jackson. And I explained to Mr. Jackson, hey, look, this is the deal. This will be a great opportunity because Duncanville is going to be ranked in the country, top 10. And if you could beat these guys, then it propels you automatically into the top 10. And you can go on to have an undefeated season. And guess what? The rest could be history. It would be economically favorable for your district to do so. So this is how I came down with Beaumont United. After going and looking at, and the AD says, well, we can't that Beaumont United isn't like an Atascocita. I don't even know if Beaumont United even made the football playoffs. But anyway, this was back in August. If Beaumont United makes the playoffs, this past weekend was the very first round of the playoffs. Most teams play their first game of the playoffs on guess what day of the week? On Friday. So if they play on Friday, then this young man, Traylon Porsche, who was on the football field at the time, he wouldn't be able to play for Beaumont United unless Beaumont United did not make the playoffs. Now, something else happened that we didn't even discuss, eventually it came to fruition, is that Traylon Porsche decided to stop playing football after the first weekend of October. He quit football. So now the schedule's already set, but guess what I did? I still went back to Beaumont United. Say, yo, I can switch the schedule. I don't give a damn about no flyer cards. I printed some flyer cards up, but the hell with that. I've switched this game. Beaumont United did not want to play Duncanville without the full allotment of their team. They have two young men that played and started for Beaumont Westbrook last year. Both happened to transfer to Beaumont United in December. One is the point guard, Cameron Mickles, who will become eligible on December the 7th. And the other young man, who's 6'7", he becomes eligible at the end of December. So at that point, I realized what Beaumont United was, what the deal was. Okay. Beaumont United schedule was set up for them to run this kickoff all the way back. Their schedule was set up for an undefeated run, through the regular season. And this coach decided he didn't want to play against Duncanville without his full allotment of players. Okay, so that's what happened to Beaumont United. So you take them two teams, who else would you have fed to Duncanville? Who else you going to make the sacrificial lamb? So that's how it happened. Now, as far as Shadow Creek, I mentioned earlier some losses can be like wins. And some losses can break up the fabric of the team. Shadow Creek, I have more than one report that the kids were bickering and with each other at halftime. So that means for that to get out, that means your chemistry is already damaged in the first game of the season because somebody done leaked out your family business at halftime in your locker room. What happened? On the way back home on the bus, I got reports, some stuff that went down between players and starters on the team. That ain't supposed to leave your bus. Then this morning, I get another report from Shadow Creek High School. One of the starters got into a fight this morning. Don't know why, don't care with who, but you're a star athlete, then that means you're expected to act a certain way in somewhat of a leader. If you're the varsity red ant, then you're expected to lead for those other black ants. This is this person's second fight in 2 weeks at school. Hopefully, Coach President can reel those guys back in. That loss was supposed to be. Remember, I said how I told you last time we talked about the playoffs and the Astros. I'm the type. I'd rather that loss to Duncanville. That's supposed to been that's a good ass whooping. The good ones make you normally just go home and want to go to sleep. Just sleep it off. They didn't do that. You get beat by 50, you more ready to go than that team. It's like, man, let's go, man. Let's get out of here. You think what you gonna, man, I need to, man, this ain't supposed to happen on a 50 ball. This supposed to happen to Beaumont United. You see what I'm saying? That 1 point loss. And a guy maybe missed the assignment on defense or missed the rebound or missed the layup or missed the free throw. That's when you reflect this type of stuff and it can help because now you can easily as a coach, you ain't lose by number one, you grab them, you galvanize them together, and now you turn the fingers into a fist, keep on going.
Jimmy, I want to comment. Michael Jordan just said something. And I don't know what context he meant it in, but Michael Jordan, did you go back and read that? I hope you went back and read that again. And I know you were kidding. Sound like a snitch or mode need to be dealt with. No, that stupid ass shit they doing need to be dealt with. If it wasn't no fight, it wasn't nothing to be snitched about. Why we always giving excuses instead of the snitch need to be dealt with? No, the dude who doing the damn fighting, the kid need to be dealt with. I'll get off the team. Sound like a snitch? No, the snitch don't need to be dealt with. This stuff need to get out. Y'all done swept it up under the rug too long. Now these kids think they got Teflon on them. Can't nothing happen to me. No, man, this thing. Yes, some need to be dealt with, but not the snitch. The one who's doing all this the one who's causing all of these kerfuffles. I had to use that word. Hey, how about that? And I know, Mike, I understand, Mike, you just didn't look at it that way. But we trying to put a Band-Aid. Let's fix the sore. You can't put no Band-Aid over that sore. And that's what we've been doing. This same kid, over and over, year after year, I bet you done had discipline problems. I bet you I ain't call no name. I bet you $100 to a bucket of slop. But I ain't heard nobody say dealt with him. But you want to deal with the snitch. Let's deal with the damn kids, man. This need to get out to Jimmy. Because y'all gonna just sweep it up under the rug like you've been doing for the last few years. And we can't put it all on Coach President. Hell no. Them people got mammies and daddies.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, y'all. We got it now. Hey, y'all. This community, listen to me, man. We can't keep putting the same old ingredients in this cake and expect for the cake to be different. We got to change up the ingredients, ladies and gentlemen. Steven Adams, we can't keep doing this, man. We're not helping the kid. We're not helping the kid. Come on, y'all. Y'all enabling. Hey, comments like that, that's enabling. Mike, and I know you didn't mean to, Mike, but I'm glad you brought it up because you brought it to my attention. As a matter of fact, it was a great comment because you made me think this is how people are thinking. Come on, y'all. Hey, Jimmy,
yeah.
America, hold up. America, you know how them people talk about America's better than this. America might not be better than this, but we better than this. Oh, hey, anytime, especially a black congressman tell you America is better than this, he lying. He a lying sack of shit. America has always been like this. But this grassroots community don't have to be, man. All we got to do, we want to make a different cake. I know y'all like this same old cake, but it's some other kind of cake. Let's put some different ingredients let's put some different ingredients so this cake. Let's not hold up. First of all, ain't no way in the world y'all arguing before a game. Your ass ain't playing. You're fighting a teammate. Your ass ain't playing. I don't care if I get beat by, I got beat by 50 anyway, Jimmy. Let me repeat that. I got beat by the speed limit any goddamn way. All right, I'm sorry. Go.
And that is, of course, Duncanville and Shallow Creek. The final score, in case you're wondering, 89-36. 89-38. That final score. And Duncanville, you got to realize, this team, first of all, guys, you hadn't seen them. A lot of times when a team lose to a team like this, first thing the team will say, or the spectators, man, that team was good. I wanted to wait until after Duncanville went back home that Saturday, and they played on Saturday against one of the top teams in the state.
How did they go?
They won by 50 again.
What? They beat Kimball by 50?
They played Lancaster. They played Kimball this weekend.
Okay.
At Stacey Houston's at the R.J. Hampton class. They'll play Kimball.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you right. My bad.
They played Lancaster
Uh-huh.
this past weekend. And they beat them by 50. So remember now, then you go back to a week ago. This Duncanville team played Sunrise Christian, who's ranked number 2 in the country.
Beat the brakes off them.
They beat Link Academy. You see? So this team is very, very good. Don't get it twisted. Anthony Black played last week. Anthony Black did not even play this. Now they're seeking an injunction from a judge from the legal system to implement a restraining order, right? That will enable Anthony Black to play while sifting through some what they call it, some discovery motions that were not able to be presented before. So it's a possibility that he could play. And it was rumored by some that Duncanville would even put him out there and just take the forfeits. I mean, not the forfeits, just put him out there for non-district, which they didn't, but he was on the bench and he was rooting and filled with about as much energy as you can imagine.
I love that little kid.
I don't know if you guys watched any of the Baller TV feeds, but that camera was being right on both benches. And Anthony Black,
I love that kid.
First of all, he didn't go sit at the end of the bench. He sit right in the middle of the bench, kind of. And he was vocal. He was rooting for those guys.
He was coaching too, Jim. He was
coaching. And guess what? The second quarter, first of all, the scout obviously worked. Whatever Shadow Creek, like I said, you give President some credit somewhere. Their scout worked for the first quarter.
They came out with energy the first quarter, Jimmy. When they got hit in the mouth, they stopped fighting.
Shadow Creek just couldn't score.
Yeah, right.
They were keeping whatever their scout was. Duncanville could not execute on a normal possession what they probably had planned to do. Shadow Creek had it going. And guess what? What happened in the first quarter? You got fresher legs.
And a fresher mind. Jimmy, the mind is the one, man. Because I saw some people will get taken. Like, I quit. That's what it looked like. I saw a couple of I quit.
Yeah. They started playing effort ball. You guys ever play effort ball? Like you one player get it, effort. you know.
Yeah.
Other player get it. Effort. He shot the last. I'm gonna shoot effort.
Yeah.
Man, effort. I was counting, and I lost count. I counted 24 straight points by Duncanville in the second to open the second quarter. 24 straight to open the second quarter, and that busted the doors open. And Duncanville outscored Shadow Creek 28-4. The rest of the game was history because they opened the third quarter. Remember, if team is short on their bench talent compared to the next team, that means their first and third quarter should be an uptick, should be a closer margin, and And so I was thinking, well, the first and the third, Shadow Creek can keep it right. I'm talking about before the game started, and second and fourth, Duncanville gonna do their thing because that 6 through 10 guy from Duncanville is 10 times as better than the 6 through 10 at Shadow Creek. Shadow Creek had to rely on like 2 ninth graders.
They had that Money Mike was in the game, man.
A whole slew of sophomores.
But that, Jimmy, you said that ain't no excuse if you playing varsity.
It ain't.
Yeah.
Because that's the hand you dealt with. You chose that hand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying?
Your
varsity.
So at the same time, that's, and
But you know what I do like about Shadow Creek and the coach, and they talk about he accepted the challenge and played the game when other people didn't want that challenge, Jimmy.
Yeah, and guess what? I asked him to get out of it. I was like, Coach, you want to move out the way? Because if I got to go, I can move. I thought that was before I thought I could get a Atascocita or Beaumont United to come on over to Friday. But I was like, I asked Coach first, Coach, you want to slap? Coach like, no, man. No, leave us there. We got a plan, which they had a plan. Everybody has. What's the old cliche in boxing?
Everybody got a plan till they get hit.
They get hit in the mouth. Everybody and that's what happened. And you know one thing? Let me tell you something. In this particular game, the Duncanville team, they have two players, seniors that have signed Division I scholarships. Right?
Who was
it? Davion Sykes. He's going to Texas State. So after the game, of course, on Shadow Creek has a young man that signed with Texas State. They have 2 Division I signees. Both teams have 2 Division I signees, and none of the signees are going to a Power 5 conference. So let's get it out the way right now.
But Jimmy, that's not fair. Jimmy, that's not fair, though.
No,
I know you said it, but that's not fair. But keep going. That's not fair because Duncanville got 2 monsters that ain't signed with nobody.
I'm giving you a disclaimer.
Okay, my bad.
That's the seniors, but the underclassmen, Duncanville, Ron Holland, Ashton Hardaway. You got and you got a young man that came off the bench late in the game.
I like it.
That became the crowd favorite. Little white kid. And you knew there was something wrong.
You know what I called him? I said
little white kid named Jackson Prince. Hey, I started nicknaming him Jay Prince. Little Jay Prince came off the bench and hit 4 3-pointers in a row. And he was big man. Right now, Jackson Prince, I told him
he got action today. Okay. He got action.
Captain of the cheerleader might be at his locker.
Yes, sir.
Or in his DMs, hey, big head. Jay Prince. Jay Prince got it in.
You know what I call him? You call him Jay Prince. I call him Lil Opie. Lil Opie was shooting the piss out that ball. I mean, I said, what? And did nobody, wait a minute. Jimmy, you know what I did here? I'm mad about Shadow Creek. I didn't hear shooter. This time, Jimmy. So they weren't communicating. But Jimmy,
they couldn't even.
How can you communicate and you're cussing and fussing with each other? Huh? When you're cussing and fussing with each other, how the hell you going to compete? Wait a minute. You can cuss and fuss, but you can't say shooter. Lil Opie shot the piss out that ball, man. Y'all tell Lil Show. What is name? Jackson? That's my dude. What is name? Jackson?
Yeah, Jackson Prince, Jay Prince.
Oh, Jackson Prince. Okay, that's my man.
Jackson Prince. And the thing is, okay, Duncan, the stat of the game. I always try to get on the shade and pull the stat of the game. Shadow Creek had 38 turnovers.
No, I ain't never heard of that in a game.
38 turnovers. 38 turnovers.
Jeremy, I ain't never heard of that in a game, Jimmy. I promise you. Even the Yates game, I ain't never heard of that. 38.
I think Yates made a team turn over 50 times before one time.
Oh, they did.
But still, this team, when you got 2 Division I signees on the court, and
that's
you
a good point.
have
That's a good
38 turnovers. And let me get this straight. That's why I'm going. See, we got to call this right because, and it's going to sting. Some people may say, oh, man, they piling on. No, man, nobody embarrassing your babies. We just reporting it because guess what?
If they had been balling, I'd have been talking the same kind of, with the same fervor. Okay. Wait a minute.
How do you know? Whenever I put somebody on the front of this cover of this magazine, your expectations for you.
Absolutely.
It's been consistently the front cover boys on the magazine, and we'll get to another one in a minute on the front cover. You got it coming too.
Yeah.
You can go choose your belt. You get a whooping in a second as well. But you on the front cover, you supposed to come out then doing something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we talked about Chris Johnson.
Yeah.
Chris Johnson and Jacob Cole, those two guys, they played. Both played well.
Yes, sir.
Chris Johnson got the win. Jacob Cole showed some things.
Yeah.
Guess what? That was great. I'm loving the class of 2023. Cam Ambry, this was an opportunity for this platform. And for him to,
I love this, Jimmy. I love this comment.
To unleash and continue his dominance or his from this summer. And let me tell you why and what happened. Basically, what happened in this game, I had to think back. Cam Ambry played with 3D Empire in the summer. Who was the red ant on that team?
Anthony Black.
Last season, he played on the high school team with Shadow Creek. Who was the red ant on that team?
Ramon Walker.
And you go back to summer before that, 3D Empire again. So this was Cam Ambry's first time in his high school career going into a game where you are the lead scout. Everybody doesn't realize he's very comfortable and has excelled and mastered the art of being that Robin. But when Robin have to change clothes and you become Batman, and guess what? Cam probably was ready and willing for Sean Jones to go on and be Batman tonight. Sean did about as what you think Sean Jones was going to do. Sean Jones had so much energy and adrenaline that the legs were gone, and once it's like the rope-a-dope. Once he punched himself out,
he didn't have it.
Duncanville made Sean Jones look regular. Sean Jones, don't get it twisted.
But Sean ain't on this magazine though.
Sean ain't on the front cover. The reason that I'm getting on Cam Ambry is because he had 11 turnovers, Adam. He had more turnovers than you had Prince.
I didn't know that.
He had more turnovers than Prince. That's unacceptable on this type of platform. This same platform, the season opener, if you think backwards, LJ Cryer played here and scored 35. Tremont Mark played on this platform against LJ Cryer and dropped a 41. Kendrick Davis and Quentin Grimes went head to head. One scored 29, one scored 31. Darren Fox played on this platform and gave everybody what they wanted.
Keep going.
I'm just talking about in recent years. So it's expected.
And Jimmy, I want to address something. I love what you said, but Byron Green seems to say don't mash on him too hard. Jimmy really ain't mashing on nobody. He gonna be all right. He know he gonna be all right. That's why he reporting it. Hey, this why Jimmy got the mash hard, Byron Green. I hope you got this magazine. If I sit up here and stamp you as one, everybody, my son went on here, Byron Green. Okay? A lot of people weren't on here. The Millie Boys ain't on here, Byron Green. So, to whom much is given? Because just in about a year from now, he's not going to be playing boys basketball anymore. He going to be playing men's basketball. So, Jimmy ain't really mashing the gas. Jimmy, it's something, when he put him on here, it's something expected out of you. Something expected out of you. If he was bashing, I would tell him, no, we expect some out of the dude on this cover. Let's go. Come on, Jim. Yeah. Byron said he just messed with me.
And that's well said. And in safe comparison, once again, Cam Ambry had 11 turnovers. Sean Jones had 9. Those two guys combined for 20 turnovers against Duncanville. That's 20 possessions, guys. 20 possessions that you could have made a basket out of, and guess what the score is now? So understand. And then I already mentioned, if you just tune into the Chop Shop, Shadow Creek, according to my reports, they had verbal squabbles in the locker room at halftime. Verbal squabbles on the bus. And then one of the starters gets into a fight and goes to the principal office this morning.
So
that mean he can't even practice today.
Right. And he needed to be there.
So when you say, well, man, guys, none of us expected for Shadow Creek to beat Duncanville.
No, sir.
They were supposed to be a good sparring partner. Nobody expected Summer Creek to beat Dallas Fate family. They were supposed to be a good sparring partner. You got people now thinking about transferring out after game one.
Which is crazy.
So now you got people circling the wagons. Legacy. Premier Academy.
PSAT.
PSAT. They have big head. They up in them DMs right now. Hey, big head, to the moms and daddies.
Yeah.
That's what goes on. Because know why? They hear what's going on as well. That stuff ain't no secret. Just because nobody ain't tweeted about it don't mean it's a secret. You got to get your stuff together. Parents, that's where it starts. I told you guys, the ride home from the game, whether it be after you pick them up from the school bus at school or what, that's the most detrimental, at certain times can be the most detrimental conversation you can have with your kids. Is that ride home. You can build them up, or you can help, you can watch them crash.
And Jimmy, and I just want to let the parents and all the kids who even thinking like that, because I know they're going to be watching this. Your seat, listen to me. Championships are not won in November. I'm going to repeat that. icebreaker. I mean, what you call it? The season opener. Championships are not won in the season opener. Yes, you done had a loss. I know that. I know. I've been here, y'all. Now, guess what? Hey, man. Now, your little ass. You know how I would have told little Robert. You're not as good as you think you is. That's what I tell him. Player, you gotta get better, man. Ain't nowhere in the world you turning a basketball over 11 times in a row. Now, hell, you live in my house. You got a basketball court in your backyard. How the hell you turning the damn basketball over? I mean, we got to hold them accountable, man. If you plan on going to college, you follow me? That's all we. Hey, that's how they get better. Listen, y'all. That's how good players get better. Good players don't get better by, y'all don't say nothing about my baby. No. Get on mine. Say what you want about mine. Because guess what we at? Guess where you going to find us? In the gym. In the gym.
And want to give, and this, like I say, it's a lot of these conversations that we having today on the Chop Shop. A lot of people can take this stuff, and let me tell you, if you go over to the YouTube after the show is over, and you get the YouTube tape, you can splice it, and you can actually share, copy and paste, and share it from a certain point in the show. So that means if you want to take this and use it as billboard material, and guess what? So be it. That'd be great. And whatever it takes to make them, because they understand. What do you think is going to happen every point forward for these young men?
Yeah.
They're going when they get to college, they're going to be evaluated. If they don't show up, they're going to the announcers are going to let them have it. Mm-hmm. And guess what? And we know what a lot of these guys are capable of doing.
Yes.
It's just that we don't expect none of these guys to win every game. We expect you to show up. That's the key.
That's all.
Show up.
And they had a perfect storm, Jimmy. Jimmy, you can't win arguing. So somebody got to be the leader. Somebody got to grab. Sometime the coach, one of the players got to say, hold up, man. Hold up. Coach coaching. We out here playing. Somebody on that team got to galvanize the team. The best team, the best coach teams are player coach teams. And I hope these young men taking this as, I didn't even want to talk about it. But these kids, I think they can be so great, and it's so much that I see in them. I don't want them taking this loss and just, woe is me. No. I want y'all to say, what? Ain't nowhere in the world I'm turning this ball over no more. Ain't nowhere in the world nobody coming here and beat me up in my hometown like this. We got to take a little bit more pride as a city and as a team. Our best, Jimmy, I know it got to make you feel bad, because our best, you just said we ain't expect for them to win, but we ain't expect for them to lay down. We ain't expect for nobody with the talent, with 2 Division I players on their team to get beat by 51 points. We ain't expecting that.
Yeah, 51, of course. And, of course, of those 38 turnovers, 31 were produced by the starting lineup of 31. Shallow Creek.
Okay.
31 from the starting 5. And let me tell you, so we want to equally distribute this, because that way it ain't just, but shit rolls downhill. That's why we mentioned the top, the 2 Division I players, which Cam Ambry is signed with Oral Roberts.
Yes.
Sean Jones is signed with Texas State.
Yeah.
Even after the game, he and the young man from Duncanville, Davion Sykes, they both posed for pictures together in midcourt. Okay. You know, and which was good, which was cool.
Great. That's great.
But at the same time, Cameron Woodbury, who and I'm really high on him. He's an 11th grader, about 6'4". His number 0.
Okay.
And he had 5 turnovers. How about this, Hal? Cameron Woodbury. Once again, even for now, he's not on the front cover,
Right.
but he's in this book.
Where is he
And
at?
in the junior rankings on page of the magazine,
Get to him.
on page 70, Adam.
Okay.
See, this is what I'm y'all guys gotta understand. Because
I gotta put my glasses on this. Camera.
when you don't show up, I take note, and it makes me look bad because wherever you rank that, the kid behind you, his mom and dad or developmental trainer gonna inbox me and say, "This the guy you got ranked above my boy." Now look at on the
Number
page
20.
7.
I see him.
He's in the top 20 in Greater Houston. Here's his stat line from the other day. 0 for 3 from the field, including 0 for 2 from 3-point land. No free throw attempts, 2 rebounds, no points, 5 turnovers, no steals. And you're ranked number 20 in this magazine.
Okay. And guess what? They got work to do. Because, Jimmy, for you to have him ranked number 20 in the magazine, he got to be good. So, Jimmy, I promise you, listen, and y'all know I don't do this. But, Jimmy, I'm going to just tell y'all, and I'm going to just give you the truth. If I had to argue with a Negro every day on my team, I got to fight with him on the way, Jimmy, to the game. I got to fight with him at halftime. I got to fight with him on the way home. Jimmy, it's hard for me to win a basketball game. Basketball is hard, man. Jimmy, I just found out. We wondering why this team can't win but one game down here on Polk and Lamar Avenue downtown, the Houston Rockets. They telling me from a reliable source that the veterans are hating on the Curly, on Jalen Green. I ain't gonna. The veterans. The kid can't drive. Some of them won't even come and pick him up no more. Let me tell y'all something, man. This can't. You can be a pro, and if you ain't together, your ass ain't gonna win. You can't argue on the bus and argue at halftime, player. I saw it with my son's team. Talented team. But we had some people y'all didn't come up with stay in your lane back then. Y'all just bringing that up. Some people just didn't understand. Come on, man.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out because this type of dialogue is often, I can only imagine, is not easy to listen to if you are emotionally invested in one of these teams that we talked about today. And so I want to give an applaud to those who are watching as part of these programs, especially the ones that came out on the losing end of the scoreboard, for keeping you cool. And also guys in the boom boom room for being able to do and follow through. And it shows the matureness of most of you guys to be able to keep it above the belt.
They're good today, man. I'm proud of them.
And that's a great thing because it's constructive criticism. Nobody's going after the kid. No. Nobody's sitting there and trying to criticize. We're just trying to be able to make them, to give, just to get them seasoned for the rigors of big time basketball as they proceed in their careers. For guess what? I'm pretty certain 2 things you can go if you're the coach at Shadow Creek or Summer Creek.
Right.
Today's practice should be relatively easy because you know why? It's a good possibility that in the regular season, until you get to the regional tournament or deep in the playoffs, Shadow Creek may not face another team as good as Duncanville.
Good point.
Summer Creek may not face a team until they get to district play that's good as Fate Family. So you can use these lumps, apply some good ice, let the swelling go down, and keep on proceeding. I think LaTanya Nicole, that's the mother of Cam Ambery. You guys have been dialoguing with. She's the mom. And that's not easy for her to sit there. She's on the feed. She's been coming. She says, I'm not mad at the criticism at all. We have been taking it on the chin. Cam will be all right.
I know he will.
He ain't had a bad game since April.
I like that.
He laid an egg. Ain't nowhere to go
but
from here but up. And
Jimmy,
that's
we know that. I know he's gonna come back.
Yes.
But I want him to hear this tape. I want him to hear it. He is too good to let somebody. He's too good. So we all right. I mean, yo, this how we. And I'm glad, Jimmy, you brought it to home like that, because I didn't see the mom on there, man. But they gonna be all right, man. I mean, this just that Jimmy. That's a monster. But wait a minute, hold on. But isn't Dave? Hold up. Isn't some Shadow Creek 6A?
Yes.
Isn't Duncanville 6A?
Yes.
If they all keep winning out, at some point they might meet again.
You have to win on out.
Okay, say no more. Say no more.
Yeah.
Say
so
no more. Say no more.
and that's, and what we wanted everybody to do is, if you haven't done so, share the show.
Yeah.
Share the Chop Shop to your pages, to your platforms, because you understand there was 2 days of action on the season opener.
Yeah.
We went and we recapped day 1 of action, which is the Friday.
Yes.
And we're gonna do is we'll come back on tomorrow and we'll recap Saturday's action, which I know you guys got a lot to say. I know some of you guys are waiting today. Couldn't wait to get. We're gonna go in order.
Yeah.
From game to game, because there was a lot of kids.
Okay. Let's do that.
That showed up, and some that didn't even show up at all.
That's all right. Yeah. Tomorrow. So Jimmy, everybody, I want everybody to come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Everybody just make it a date. You got to come back tomorrow, because you're going to talk about a lot of games I didn't get a chance to see. So I can't wait. And parents, I want y'all's input. I want y'all's criticism. Jimmy, what's that saying? Keep that same energy tomorrow. But tell a friend, tell another friend about tomorrow, because it's gonna be epic tomorrow. I got a feeling, because Jimmy has something to say today. He ain't said it, because he tweeted. I know his ass. When he tweets something about that Chop Shop gonna be off chain tomorrow, he ain't even said what he had to say yet. I know he ain't.
Yeah, because we ain't got the Saturday yet.
I know you ain't got the Saturday. So tomorrow, Cam Woodbury, I got you, baby. But guess what, Jimmy? What you done did? I done downloaded Summer Creek's schedule. And I'm gonna go see Summer Creek now. I got to go see them now. That's gonna be a team on my schedule now. I just gotta go see them. I want to show them we love you now. But to whom much is given, much is required. Jimmy, what else you got to go before you get out of here?
And we get ready to land the plane. I wanted to share some info about the first game that you mentioned, and that was the Concordia Lutheran in Kingwood. Yeah. The starting point guard for Concordia Lutheran, Trey Miller. We talked about earlier. Yeah. Trey Miller. And remember, we talked about him, mentioned him. Yeah. Now you got I'm gonna apply some understanding. Jeffrey Day is reporting that Trey will not play tomorrow in their scheduled Tuesday game. They're gonna play, I think, the Woodlands Christian with Austin Benigi. That was a matchup on the docket for those two to go head to head. He's not going to play. He's going to get an MRI on his shoulder. He popped it out of place last weekend in the tournament in Laredo, Texas, and has been playing on an injured shoulder with a sling device under his jersey. One of those. So once again, so now it gives understanding, as we said earlier, and we critiqued him as to he must do more. Well, now it comes to be known, this kid played with a shoulder popped out of, had to be popped back into place only a few days before. So Trey Miller, that shows one thing about it, that can show a potential Division I coach how tough he is.
That's awesome.
So want to get that out there.
Jimmy,
Shout out,
Jimmy. I want you to do this tomorrow. He said, "Why do we crucify? Ain't nobody crucified nobody on this show. So we ain't allowing people to crucify nobody, Coach Woods. So I don't know what the hell you talking about. Ain't nobody crucified nobody today.
We didn't crucify it.
No, I don't know where his context come, but I'm checking.
One of the kids, the kid's mother even came and took it.
No, I don't know, Jimmy. We don't know what context he using it in. Crucified, dude. Crucified is a very powerful freaking word. You better go look that damn word up before you put that on this screen, because we ain't allowed nobody to crucify. I'm not gonna allow nobody to crucify your kids or nobody's kids on this show. That I don't understand that statement. But guess what? I saw it and I addressed it. Yeah. We'll talk about that tomorrow too. You better go look up crucify before you ever even put that in a... Wow. Go look that word up. Yeah. Go look that word up. But what else you got, Jay?
And in closing, I want to also shed light on, which I didn't, we mentioned Ron Holland, 16 points, 5 steals for Ron Holland on 8-11 shooting. He's the All-American 11th grader. Also, Eric Demings for Duncanville, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals. I love that stat line for this young man, Eric Demings for Duncanville. He's in 11th grade. He's about 6'6", and he had a hell of a stat line. Also, Prince, we mentioned Prince Jackson with 12 points, 4 of 6 from three-point land. All of his buckets came from there. In only 8 minutes of action, he produced those 12 points. Also, Davion Sykes from Duncanville, 10 points on 5 for 7 shooting in 19 minutes. Davion is signed. That's the young man that's signed with Texas State. Also, Ashton Hardaway. He played his first regular season game with Duncanville, and he finished with 9 points on 4 of 5 shooting, no turnovers in 18 minutes. Ashton is the son of Penny Hardaway. He's a 6'8" junior who will be a force to be reckoned with next year and this year alike, alongside Ron Holland. So that's the Duncanville scoring. And also I missed from Dallas Fate family. I didn't give you guys Brandon Walker. Brandon Walker led the way with 19 points, 9 rebounds. Guess what? He's signed with UT Arlington. Snoop Johnson noted they have a good one coming in this young man. Brandon Walker, 19-9 in that win. Also, Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones is another senior. He's unsigned. I really like what I was seeing from Isaiah Jones. Yeah, he was really, really direct in trafficking. He wore number 13 in that game. Yes. And he finished with 18 points, 6 rebounds, and a couple of steals and a couple of blocks as well in that game. Jaden Toppin, right? Jaden Toppin is a 6'8" junior.
They was big.
Who wore number 15, and he played 15 points, 9 rebounds for Dallas Fate family. More impressively, not a single turnover for him in that game. So you want to give.
Jimmy, can I ask you a question? Michael Jordan just asked a question I was thinking about. Was McDermott the leading scorer? The 31 points was the highest total scored. McDermott.
30 appeared to be the
31.
highest.
I thought he had 31.
Huh?
I thought he had 31.
It was 30 and 16.
Okay, 30. Okay.
30 and 16. Okay. I don't think no player eclipsed that 30-point barrier this year. Matter of fact, I'm looking. The closest somebody came was Austin Nunez. He had 28.
I missed Austin, man. I forgot about Austin.
If he wouldn't have fouled out, he fouled out in the fourth quarter. If he wouldn't have fouled out, Austin would have got that 30-point barrier. But that's pretty much it, guys, on the Chop Shop. And I want to remind you, the magazine, if you haven't gotten your copy, there's no problem. Here's what we got. We have the information on the front of our website, rcssports.com. rcssports.com. And you can order your copy through the mail. I'm going to go to the post office on tomorrow and make the first drop. So if you want to get your magazine in the mail, then you simply can send an email to rcs@usa.com. Include your mailing address, and then, of course, let us know how many copies. We are taking Cash App and PayPal, and we can even take a credit card over the phone. But this thing is good, man. It's just like advertised. Howard, what you think about it? What you think on it? You went through it yet?
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Hey, I ain't been able to put it down. You know, I thought I left it in the car because I had it in the car. But guess what? I forgot I had brought it in. So, yeah.
This thing is good, man. It's really some good reading in here. And also, if you're a parent out there watching, we have in the magazine over 24 free scholarships and grant info that you can apply for your babies. All you have to do is inside the magazine. Over 24 different scholarships. We give you all the intel you need. The website, how much it is, what's the deadline, what's the qualifications. We put it right here at your fingertips. Also, remember that article about the top trainer, how to find a trainer, a developmental trainer for basketball in the area? Just as advertised, that article is in the magazine, and you have them in alphabetical order. No matter what side of town you're on, if you are seeking basketball trainer.
I like that.
And once again, we try to cover a lot of bases in this publication. Mm-hmm. And as you guys see, and all I ask is for you guys to just simply understand, it's more to RCS Sports. It's more to what I do than just ranking kids. Doug Jones and Jeffrey Day are 2/3 of that ranking component. So if you're going to go to the rankings page and say, oh, man, this stuff, the district schedules is 18 pages of district
That's my favorite. That's my favorite right there. It's been my favorite for years. Jimmy, I used to buy the magazine just because the paper didn't let you know when the district games were. And this is how I found out for years. This is how I found out how to get to the district game. And Jimmy, somebody said something I wanted to. He said, hey, I saw it. He said, how in the hell Penny's son get on Duncanville team?
His mother moved there. His mother
lived in California and moved there. She didn't move to Memphis.
Remember the pandemic caused a lot of people and it opened the doors for a lot of people to move and relocate. And as a result, because California, remember, they had shut their stuff down.
That's right.
They would have one of the first to shut everything down.
Governor Newsom.
And so it was going to put some players behind the 8 ball. And the mama made an economic decision, which the cost of living is much, much lower where she is right now in Duncanville, Texas, than it is what she was in Los Angeles.
Thank you, Miss Richardson. Thank you so much for bringing your son. Jimmy, I enjoyed watching him play. I can't wait to. Jimmy, I'm thinking about going to Dallas next weekend. I'm thinking about it.
I'm looking in the magazine. It is college section. You guys remember I told you about? You can go.
College, what is called? What page is on?
The college section is on page.
I got it.
80.
Page 80. Yeah.
That means if you're watching a college basketball game, every player from the state of Texas is on the Division I roster. Broke down in alphabetical order by the conference, then by the school. It tells you what they're classified as. It tells you what hometown they're from. This, let me tell you, this publication, this is something that the city of Houston can be proud about. Amongst many things, these young men on the front cover, they got all season to get it together, and to keep on and to continue getting it together. Understand, this publication, we invite you to go and get your copy. It's some great advertising. It's some great articles. You got an article, Bryce Griggs and Tyler Smith about overtime elite.
I didn't see that.
That's on. Yeah, that's on page 54.
I ain't got through it yet. Let me go. I'm gonna go just read the whole
54. Thing. This thing, I mean, and guess what? They got some quotes in there from Coach Stephen Woods in that article that was written, that was manuscripted tactfully and brilliantly by Angel Verdejo, who's often in the chop shop.
That's my man.
This in the response. Remember, we didn't do a magazine last year, and depend on how this goes. Remember, it's only $5, and if we can sell these, remove these issues, then I have really something in store, because I would have enough energy to push forward and complete one of the things on my bucket list. And I said my basketball bucket list, and that is I envision myself publishing a second magazine each year, and the second one would be a grassroots issue.
Okay, grassroots edition. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if we can pin on, this is how you show your support for myself and RCS Sports and Doug Jones, who did a lot of research, a lot of stuff, and Jeffrey Day. He did the 6A previews for the Class 6A in the area. Team. I mean, this is how you show your support.
Got a good team.
Show your support by getting a copy of the magazine. It ain't but $5. And on RCS Sports, you can go and find the locations. They will go on sale tomorrow for the general public. They will be at various locations. We already put about 5 of the locations on the website. You can go there right now in a separate screen and look rcssports.com. Order your copies of the magazine, or go pick your copy up. That way you might not want to wait till the mail.
This could be a Christmas present if you wanted them. This could be a stocking stuffer, like Michael Jordan said.
I told you guys this thing was hot, man. 100 pages.
I ain't gonna lie.
I told you.
This thing all right.
And if you have a small business or a location that you wish to are interested in serving as a hub to move the magazines, then guess what? Send me an email, rcs@usa.com, and we can get copies out to you between the day and in the morning, so that you can have them out, and we'll put your address on the front of our website. And you also will get 25% of each copy sold. See, that's another thing. I want to make sure everybody eat. Everybody got to eat.
Well, give me 50%. I really eat. Shit, I'm hungry. I'm big over here. But man, that's good, man. I'm proud of Doug. I'm proud of. I got a chance to see him and Jeffrey Day all in the same building. Saw Robert Carroll. These guys, man. Hey, man, we appreciate what y'all do in the community. We appreciate all of y'all, man, in this grassroots community, man, because these our kids we dealing with. So these guys ain't doing all this work for us to come and nobody to come and just crucify nobody's kids. These guys put in the work and know what these kids can do. And guess what? Hey, we expect something. Yeah, when you put something in, Jimmy, don't you expect something out? You put some money in the bank, don't you expect to be able to go and goddamn get something out? You follow me? These guys been putting a lot of money in the bank. These guys been depositing a lot, because a lot of these kids, let me tell you something. I'm going to read and going to know about every one of y'all kids. And when they ball, boy, on Monday, we get the call. Yeah, they going to get the call. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. It's a couple of Jimmy. You wasn't on the show. I'm gonna tell you who I'm just flat out in love with. Lil Justin Beggs. That's my dude, man. That's my dude.
Well, that's tomorrow. We can't talk about it till tomorrow. That's Saturday. That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. I can't wait to talk about it. I'm proud. I am indeed proud of the underclassmen who the vast majority of the underclassmen who were already in the top 20, top 15, so to speak. I'm proud of most of them. Most of them showed up. Most of them showed out, and that's all you look for when you participate in these types of platforms. I want to give a closing thank you to Sonia Billingsley. Got a chance to meet her this past weekend. Put the name with the face. I mean, it's a bundle of positive energy she is. And also Thaddeus Moody, who flew in from Chicago, Illinois.
My man.
And we did, and you guys as like Kevin Freedman, who went the extra mile to stay out past, in the wee hours of the night to make sure that guys and join me in fellowship. And he saw a lot of people don't realize what these out of town teams and out of town guests get when they come and participate at a RCS sports event. Mm-hmm. You get all of me. I'm there with you at the hotel. I'm gonna sip with you. We're gonna go and I'm not letting you drive nothing. That's the thing. You don't drive nothing when you're with me in town, because I don't need you to get no DWI.
Right.
And that's how you take care of people. I mean, you can lay it all the way back like a dead fly. I got you. And that's what that was great fellowshipping.
Great, man. Darryl Barnes, Jimmy, I got to say it to be Darryl Barnes. Man,
Darryl Barnes was up there.
Yeah, we talked about his daughter trying to get in Cornell. I'm going to see what kind of strings that I can pull to get her there. Man, dude. I mean, and Sonya with a cute little haircut. Man, let me tell y'all something, man. This is what this stuff is all about, man. This building, we trying to build the people that shape the world. We building the people. All we doing is building these kids, because these kids gonna shape the world. That's my new motto. Building the people that shape the world. And that's what we're gonna be doing, man. And I had a ball, man. And Triple J, man. Jimmy, I didn't eat nothing because I had dinner. I had too many things that I had to go do. I said, let them people go to the. I had a lot of stuff I had to go eat already. So. But shout out to the VIP room, Triple J. But Jimmy, we're going to talk more tomorrow. I got to get out here today. We're going to talk more tomorrow.
Talk more tomorrow.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
We're going to land the plane. Of course, Rod Wells, he was there too. Give a shout to Rod Wells.
I didn't see Rod.
He's right there on VIP row. Uh-huh. And we'll have info on tomorrow, as promised, Tuesday, on the VIP tickets. Oh, I said Wednesday. You'll get the info on Wednesday about your VIP tickets
to what?
For the Hoops Giving Classic.
Okay.
The Hoops Giving Classic. Duncanville will be back in town, but this time they will face off with the Wheeler High School out of Atlanta, Georgia. It's going to fly in town. So that way, and guess what?
Let's talk about that tomorrow, Jimmy. Let's talk about that tomorrow. Don't give them all today. Let's talk about that tomorrow.
You're going to get a whole lot tomorrow. But anyway, guys, we got to get up out of here. It's time to land the plane. Thanks so much for everybody for tuning in. And guess what? RCSsports.com. That's the website. You go over there and get your copy of the magazine. Support our efforts to support the community and these kids. That's what we're talking about.
Hey, man, Clyde hung out with you too, man. You can't leave Clyde Jackson out.
Clyde on Friday night, Clyde was up in the place, man. I'm telling you, man, the hospitality was premium, and as they hosted a lot of the people that were from out of town, and it's guess what? It's cool like that. It's cool like that. Yeah. That way, all this stuff, and the people don't realize. Guess what? We'll talk tomorrow. But shout out to Clyde for rolling up his sleeves and chopping up with us in the after hours as well as we got it in. But we'll be right back here tomorrow, guys. Make sure you share the show. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube if you're watching us there. On Facebook, share the show on your way out the door. And we'll see you guys in 22 hours. Peace. For Robert Hatter, this is Jim X. We up out here. Chop shop.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop.